Hey YouTube, welcome back to another episode. Today Jill and I thought for our video it would be fun to maybe share with you some of the different thoughts or ideas we had that we want to spend our tax return on. It's February, everybody's getting their taxes done, and you know, there's a lot of exciting things we can spend our money on. Some of the things that Jill and I have done in the past is for about the last 10 years, not counting last year, we didn't go last year, but for the 10 years before that, whenever we'd get our tax return, we would always head down to Vegas and catch the NASCAR races. Great times, man. Watching Dale Jr. and Jimmy Johnson and Chase Elliott, whoever your drivers are, tearing up the track. It was a good time, but last year we didn't make it, and we're not making it again this year. Maybe next year we'll go down, but we wanted to do something different. We just bought this house and wanted to spend some of our money maybe fixing up, doing some projects here just to make the house a little bit more of our own, our style. As you can see, the house does need a paint job. We have thought about painting it. Jill wants to do white up here where all this brown is, put some black shutters on, and the brick we're going to do kind of like we did our fireplace downstairs. You probably haven't seen that video yet because I haven't made it, but I'll post a picture here of what we did so you can see it, and then hopefully maybe we'll throw that together in a video coming up pretty soon. So yeah, the house is definitely in need of a paint job, so that is something we have on our list of things to do. A good friend of mine, his name's Kenny Eggleston, he has a YouTube channel called Sagebrush Soul, and he had this awesome way of travel in his last video. If you haven't watched his channel, go on and check it out. It's really good. I really enjoy his DIY projects as well as his vlogging that he does, but he has a way of travel.
So I think we're going to travel there by snap.
And so I'm going to do the same thing with this video. He travels by way of speed of thumb. So here we go. Here we go. All right, one more time. Here we go. I'm probably gonna have to get with him and ask him the secret to snapping because I'm not traveling anywhere, I'm still here. So I guess we'll go the old-fashioned way and walk, but let me grab my drink first. I don't go anywhere without my Maverick, so we're gonna walk to the backyard. A little snowy and slippery and wet out here. So next thing we want to do is maybe tear out this covered patio. It's nice to keep dry, but the problem is you can see these center support system here, and that just makes for really inconvenience when it comes time to using the space. We're able to set our table in here, but if we try and put the benches out, we're going to be right up against those beams. So I think if we tear out the whole covered part itself, we want to put a pergola up in here. Pergolas are nice, they provide shade, but they also won't limit the view. Let me show you from inside the house what it looks like when we look out our window. This is our view. So we look out and we can see the roof, and we can see the fence. we really can't see anything. So it's not the greatest view looking out our back. So we're gonna consider tearing this all out and putting up a pergola. Let me see if I can try the snap thing again, and we'll go to our next place. Oh, still don't have it. So let me walk you over. Sorry, it is such a big backyard that this walking will take up a lot of time. But as you can see here, we have a fence, and it comes out and it stops. And then we got a pole, and then more fence, and then a space, and then a fence, and then over in the corner, the fence is down. So what happened was this last summer, we had a really powerful windstorm come through the northern part of the state of Utah. When we were at bow hunting, my brother and I, pine trees down everywhere. We were amazed. Probably a third of the trees in the forest came down because of the windstorm. Well, the fence came down, and the neighbors all came over and helped the previous owner clean up all the wood. But the problem is, now if we let our dogs out, they're just gonna run. There's no bringing them back. And we don't want to keep our dogs on a chain. We want them to be able to run freely. So that's another consideration, putting up a new fence. The fence ain't bad back there, but you got new section and old section, and may as well just see if we can't just do the whole thing. I'm gonna try one more time. Third thing, or next thing we want to do is, whoa, it worked. Thanks, Kenny. That's a great way to travel much quicker. Anyways, next project we thought maybe we'd do with our tax return is new flooring. We have carpet in here, and with dogs, I don't know if carpet's really the best solution. Hank is just a puppy, and he's learning how to chew up carpet. We've had a couple accidents on our carpet. Not something I'm very happy about, but get the cleaners out and clean it up, obviously. And then in here in our kitchen, we've got a lot of dog toys, obviously, but we got linoleum. So our thoughts is maybe we do wood flooring through the whole upstairs. It would make it much easier when it comes to cleaning up after the dogs, and just it adds a really nice look. It'd be unison through the whole upstairs. So those are the main areas that we've been thinking about putting our money. Another thing, and this is maybe more selfish on my part, but I have Tina, my 1978 Trans Am, and she's in need of a little bit of motor work. I'm going to do an episode on her once it warms up and I can get her out and get her cleaned up. She's in storage right now. I don't want her out in the snow and all the salt and stuff, but I'd like to get her out and get her fixed up and make her a little bit easier, and I know it's not a word, but I use it a lot, funner to drive. It's just a fun car, but she's been part of the family now for 8 or 9 years, and just she needs a little tune-up. So maybe that's an area that we'll apply our tax return to. We've always been kind of lucky, Jill and I. We have been able to have our taxes taken out a little bit of a higher rate than maybe necessary, because we like getting the tax return. I guess it's maybe a way to have a savings. We get that return and then we can go do something fun, NASCAR or whatever. So I'm going to give it some thought. Jill's kind of given me a thumbs up on choosing what we want to do with the money this year. So I'm going to think about it and then I'll let her know and let you guys know. Thanks. Hey babe, are you awake? Are you awake? Hey, I finally figured out what we need to do with our tax return.
I forgot to tell you when you were asleep this morning, the accountant called and we actually owe this year. For reals.
Not exactly what I wanted to hear. I really thought we were going to have a good tax return this year. I thought, oh man, if we can, hit 3,500, 4,000, that'd be awesome. But that's okay. It's all right. Not mad. I hope nobody thinks I'm mad. Frustrated, yeah. Not at anybody in particular. It's what it is, I retired from the sheriff's office last year, and in retiring, I start collecting my retirement every month. Well, being my first year doing that, I didn't have my taxes set up correctly through the state, so they were taking out enough. So I had a whole year of retirement and very little money taken out on taxes. A little bit to state, nothing to federal. That sucks. Big time. But what do? You just sit here and get mad about it, or do you put on your big boy britches and say it's what it is? So, and that's what it is. It is what it is. So I might not be painting the house. I might not be putting up a new fence. I might not be putting a pergola up. Might not be putting in any hardwood flooring. Tina might not be getting done. That's okay. You know what? We have a nice house. We still have our cars. We have a chain to put the dog on. We're blessed. We're so lucky. We are so blessed. Jill and I comment all the time how lucky we are. We love our neighborhood and love where we live, and kids are all doing well. So this is nothing to be upset about. It's a setback. That's all it is. So anyways, I hope you're okay me posting this video. It took a turn, a 180 from where we originally thought it was going. But at the same time, I want to keep it real with you guys. So anyways, love you guys. I really appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate our subscribers and those who watch and give me a thumbs up. And Jill and I, we really enjoy putting these videos together. I know she's only in here for a second, and I apologize about that. She told me to go ahead and get started. She's at work right now, so she told me to go ahead and finish it up so we can get it posted. But we'll catch you on the next one. Love you guys.